Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Pull Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright, now look, this one gonna be about that Detroit pool party stabbing. You know what I'm saying? That happened not too long ago, maybe like a week ago or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But here we go. I want y'all to watch this video carefully. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention.
This morning, Detroit police are on the hunt for the person responsible for a deadly quadruple stabbing on the city's east side.
Left two dead and two hospitalized Saturday night. Fox 2 Robin Murdoch is live now and has the latest developments. Robin.
Good morning, Jay and Erica. Just a sad set of circumstances that investigators are looking into. And I got to tell you, it's been a while since we've heard of a stabbing like this. We often hear about multiple people being shot, but it has been a while since we've heard about 4 people who have been stabbed. Now, police at last check, they did identify a person of interest in connection to this deadly quadruple stabbing. They're still working to track that suspect down at this hour. We are hoping to get an update from them at some point today concerning this. I can tell you that police first learned about this situation right around 10 o'clock on Saturday night, and this is in the area of the 18,500 block of Fleming, right near 7 Mile and DeQuinder on the city's east side. Now, when police arrived at that location, they did find 4 people had been stabbed at a pool party. Now, police say an argument apparently broke out at that party over a woman, and that led to the stabbing and this deadly encounter. Now, police have not identified the victims, but they will say a man in his 30s and a woman in her 20s were both pronounced dead at that scene. 2 other victims in their 30s remain in the hospital at this hour. One of them was last listed in critical condition, the other in stable condition. Again, police have identified a person of interest. They are continuing to try and track that suspect down. Here is more with the deputy chief who was out at that scene and the latest on the surge of violence they are dealing with.
These last couple of days, we've had just this rash of violence, this just unexplainable. This again is one of those incidents. We had 4 people who were stabbed because someone said something or someone may have touched somebody. And that is not how we deal with any type of conflict. We have to do better. We have to do better.
Advertise all
Other
that.
systems, and they didn't really give me the peace of mind that I found this. We have to do better. We have to do better.
And we've heard investigators say that over and over the last several weeks. Now, again, the very latest information that we have is that police have identified a person of interest in connection to this. They have not released a name and they have not released a description as of yet. But of course, if anything changes with that, if they do, we'll be sure to pass it along to you both on air as well as online. In the meantime, if you know anything that could help police get to the bottom of this, you're asked to give them a call right away. We are live outside Detroit Police Headquarters this morning. I'm Robin Murdoch, Fox 2 News. Robin, thanks.
This is the actual pool party. Well, right here where we stopped at it, this guy, he is the killer. We gonna get into it, but this is the pool party. That's the backyard where they was having the party at. That last guy that they just showed, he was one of the guys that got killed. And this girl right here, she the girl that got killed. You see her, she a young, pretty girl. Just make sure y'all remember this. All right, so we just gonna stop it right there. Now, I stole that video from my man's Hood Educated. You know what I'm saying? So y'all want to check out his commentary, go over to his channel, Hood Educated. You know what I'm saying? How about that? Now, I stole that from him because he had the actual pool party footage. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen nobody with it. He was the first one I seen with it. So that's why I piggybacked off him. So y'all can see the actual backyard and how the party went. You know what I'm saying? Nah, here's the craziest part of this whole situation. Y'all got all of that. It was a stabbing at a pool party. 4 people got stabbed, 2 people died, right? All right, so let's bag it up. The way how all this started, some guys Airbnb the house on the east side. Boom, we throwing a pool party. Everybody come through, right? As much as people talk about the east side, if you know the east side for real, then you know not to be going to fucking house parties on the east side. You know what I'm saying? But this is what everybody did. They went to the damn house party on the east side, right? Little bitty ass house at that. I did a short. Well, yeah, I did a short on this. I'm gonna be uploading this short as of today. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can get a visual of the area, the house, how tiny the block is, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was hundreds of people here. Hundreds of black people in a tiny ass space. It never goes right. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the guys Airbnb the house. So they in the house going live, showing everybody, yeah, we on it tonight. Whoop, whoop, everybody come through, right? Well, the guy that was doing the actual recording was the guy that got killed. The rest in peace Hassan guy that they showed right before I showed y'all the light-skinned girl that got killed with him. He was the one doing the live video telling everybody, hey, come through, you know, we about to turn up tonight, blah, 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 things like that, right? Well, with that being said, he going around the house showing all the homies. He showed the guy, the actual killer that I showed y'all earlier in the beginning of the video. He showed him in the video, the actual killer. This is homeboy. He like, yeah, we over here, we getting turned up, woo woo. You know what I'm saying? Later on that night, the same guy that he recording on his live with, this my boy, gang gang, is the same one that stabbed and killed him. That same exact day, just a couple hours later. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all like, oh, Mr. Roller, why did that happen? You know what I'm saying? Well, the situation was the killer, his mother was there at the party with them. Now, let me say this real quick, because I don't want to get too in depth with it because I don't know, I wasn't there. But I'm going to just put it like this. Of course, the party was for the younger crowd. Maybe I say 40 and down. You know what I'm saying? This dude, mama, you know she was like 50 plus. You know what I'm saying? Why was you there at the party in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Them was for the younger crowd. Why is you there? But anyway, she was there at the pool party, and she got into it with the light-skinned girl that I showed y'all that got killed, the Tisha girl. They got into it. They fighting back and forth. The light-skinned girl beating up moms. You know what I'm saying? While this going on, other people jumped in. So they all jumping on moms, right? While they jumping on moms, the killer, he see that his mom getting jumped on by these people. So he run up with a knife, got to poking shit up, right? He killed the light-skinned girl, Tisha. You know what I'm saying? She died right there on the spot, right? His homeboy, the Hassan guy, the one that did the live recording before all of this happened. He ran up somewhere in the situation. They got into it. Mind you, they boys. They got into it somehow, some way. I don't know exactly how it happened, but they got into it, and the killer stabbed him too. His own boy that he was just on live with just a few hours ago, stabbed and killed his ass too, right? Stabbed 2 other people as well. The other 2 people, they made it out. You know what I'm saying? They good. But the 2, his boy, Hassan, and the girl Tisha, that was beating up on his mama, he killed both of them. Both of them died, right? Right there, they died. Right there in front of the house, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah. When that happened, the killer and his mama dipped. They left the scene. Again, like I said about the whole self-defense thing, when you leave the scene, self-defense is over with. So they can't come with the self-defense shit. That shit is a wrap. They left the scene, right? Well, a couple days later, Detroit police caught the guy that did this, the killer. So now he's sitting in jail, no bond, waiting to get heard on his case. What I tell y'all about temporary emotions? You know what I'm saying? Temporary emotion in this situation was he seen his mama getting beat up, so he ran up to protect her. His protective way was get the stabbing shit. You know what I'm saying? That was his temporary emotion at the time. It cost him the rest of his life. And also his mother got to deal with this as well. You know what I'm saying? A fight that turned deadly. Now let's bag it up a little bit. Back to the mama. Why was you there in the first place? Why is you getting into it with this little young girl at the party? Like, y'all supposed to be there drinking, having fun, jump in and out the water, laugh, giggle, dance to the music. That's all that should be going on at this damn party. How is it that you haul ass there fighting a girl that's about half of your age? You know what I'm saying? Not understanding. Now with the girl, Tisha, no disrespect, you know what I'm saying? Love and condolences to the family, rest in peace to the dead. But we keep it gangsta on this channel. Tisha, why was you fighting this man mama? Again, you about half her age, you a very pretty young girl. You had it. You could have just sat there poolside the whole time and got all the attention that you wanted and needed. You know what I'm saying? Even if moms was talking crazy to you, you could have been like, yeah, whatever, sipped your drink and walked away. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you had at least half of them guys there at that pool party eyeballing you. You had more than enough tension to go somewhere else, do this, do that. You had more than enough time. How is it that you focus your time on fighting this woman double your age, your mother's age? You know what I'm saying? This is why we got to be cautious of the moves we make. Because sometimes we could think a situation like this can be like this, but it really be like this. You know what I'm saying? You know how you light a firecracker and the wick go out and boom, that bitch explode. You know what I'm saying? That's how situations can happen. It can start from a wick and go all the way down into the barrel and boom, explode. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what happened with this situation. It started off probably a argument got to tussling got to fighting got to stabbing, led up to two people dying. And one of them was my man's homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's get to the killer, right? You a soft ass goofy. You know what I'm saying? Now, I get it. Yeah, you don't want to see your mama getting jumped and shit like that. But you a man. You should have came in there throwing elbows. Get the fuck out the way. Get back. If it came to it, you should have slapped the bitch. You know what I'm saying? But pulling out a knife and get to stabbing and shit like that, come on, bro. That's a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? This is how it is in Detroit. You getting drunk, you around your own damn friends, and somebody be done fucked around and clapped you on some drunk shit. You know what I'm saying? This is why I don't hang with niggas no more. I don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? I did all that gang shit back in my days and all that, and I'm glad I made it out. It's like you can't trust nobody. You know what I'm saying? Dude literally went live with this guy in that same house a couple of hours before, and this nigga turned around and killed him. His own homeboy, not a nigga he knew from the hood on the block. His own homeboy, he killed his own homeboy over a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the killer, you could have jumped in, threw a couple elbows, smacked a couple bitches. Even if you had to land a punch or two, you could have did that. How you go and pull out a knife, a deadly weapon? You know what I'm saying? Now your life is ruined, and you left the scene. They had to come get you. So you for sure about to get taxed. It's over on that. And you didn't kill your own homeboy. You got to deal with this in prison for the rest of your life. This is why I be doing these reaction videos. You know what I'm saying? This is why I do this, to bring awareness to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them temporary emotions cause you a lifetime of pain. Because it can go just like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what happened with this situation, man. It was a temporary emotion. And now it's about to cost him the rest of his life. Now, to the homeboy that died. Hassan, I don't know what you did, but I can guarantee you're not innocent in this situation, which is why you got stabbed in the first place. Why is it that all of this had to happen? You know what I'm saying? It was supposed to be a cool, chill vibe, poolside, party, laugh, joke, have a good night. How did this turn deadly, man? You know what I'm saying? But like I said at the beginning, this is what happened when you have a lot of black people in a tiny ass space, drinking and smoking. It's gonna be a deadly turnout, man. It's sad to say, but that's the situation. Dog, he gonna fuck around and get a lot of time in prison. Now he might not get a lifetime, but he gonna get a lot of time for sure. You know what I'm saying? Life ruined. And mama gonna feel guilty about this for the rest of her life. You know what I'm saying? All because her old ass shouldn't have been there in the first place. See, I'm in my 30s and I know not to attend no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So with her being in her 50s, she well seasoned. She should have known this, like, yeah, I ain't gonna be there. I might come, show up, have a drink or two, laugh with a couple people. Yeah, these families, I know everybody, blah, blah, blah. Get a hug, maybe snap a picture or two. I'm out. That's my mind frame. You know what I'm saying? In my 30s. So how is that you in your 50s and you don't have that type of mind frame? You there laughing and partying it up with these damn kids, and you do so much to even get into it with these damn kids. You don't get no cool points for that. You don't get no sympathy for that. You don't get nothing for that but an L. How about that? Whole day. You know what I'm saying? Now your son locked up for life. 4 people that got stabbed. 2 of them died. And you just sitting there in the cut looking stupid. Because 9 times out of 10, it was probably you that initiated this whole problem in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Let me cook, man. How about that? Moms, I feel like you need to be charged in this whole situation. I could be wrong. Mama probably didn't start it. You know what I'm saying? But if you ask me, you know what I'm saying, coming from a daughter's perspective, even if she didn't stop this, even if she didn't start this, she could have stopped it. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't. It escalated. When we talk about the East Side, this East Side politics. You know what I'm saying? East Side of Detroit politics. You know what I'm saying? Pride through the roof. A motherfucker can't just say, yeah, you know what, you got it. Let me hold that L. Really, this Detroit politics for real. But we gonna speak on the East Side. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker can't hold that L. Not even the older woman in her 50s can't even hold her L. Too prideful. Gotta go back and forth with you. Gotta prove a point. Gotta stand on business. You know what I'm saying? Now look what it did. And it caused the whole crime scene. Lives that got lost. People scared to even want to come out to another pool party. Or, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. And everybody that was cool with the killer and the guy that got killed, now they trust issues is fucked up because they know them 2 guys was boys. You know what I'm saying? All this for what, man? Pool party ruined. Straight up Detroit ass shit, man. This is why I don't attend, because of things like this. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all learned something from it, man. If you didn't, let me say this one more time. A lot of black people in a small space buy liquor and weed, something is gonna happen. It's guaranteed. It's been another episode of Roll Up a Power Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.